Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite tips and tricks and products to achieve a heat-proof summer makeup look. So before I get into all of that, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I'm going to start with my skin prep. I changed it up a little bit, but it still consists of 3 products. So the first one I go in with is still the First Day Beauty Facial Radiance Niacinamide Dark Spot Serum. This has been in my skincare routine ever since it's launched. It's my favorite niacinamide. I feel like it does the best job. It really helps to brighten up my dark spots and just keep my skin looking really nice and even in texture and in tone. Oh my god, I'm expecting twins. Moving on, I always like to go in with a gel moisturizer. I recently ran out of my Belief one, which is my favorite, but I've been trying out this one. It's the e.l.f. Superhydrate Gel Moisturizer. This one has the weirdest texture ever. I don't know if you can tell in the packaging. It's literally jello. It's so weird. Like, look at this texture. Blah, blah, blah. I like it. I don't love it as much as the Belief one or other gel moisturizers, but I'm trying to use what I have before I replenish on other things, just in case if I do find something else I like more. And my last step and my most important step is SPF, and I have been loving this one. It's the Beauty of Joseon one. My friend Ali put me on this one and it's phenomenal. It is my new #1 favorite SPF. It's SPF 50 plus PA+++++. This one has every single quality that you want in an SPF. It has a really nice thin texture. It feels just like a moisturizer and it doesn't leave a white cast. It blends in really nicely. It wears beautifully under our makeup. It doesn't have a sunscreen smell, and it's way more affordable than the sunscreens I have been wearing, so that's always a plus. Because I go through sunscreen like crazy. Like, I mean, I wear it every single day and you have to go in with a significant amount, so I run through them like nothing. And it's really good for like my acne prone skin type. It's been such a dream. Honestly, my friend Ali, she puts me on so many good products. She has such great taste in products. It's insane. Okay, so that's my skin prep. I'm just gonna let this soak in for a few minutes and then we'll move into the makeup. As my first makeup step, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is very important for a long-lasting makeup, especially in the summertime. This stuff will ensure that your makeup is going to stay there all day. If you have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, go in with that. I actually prefer this one. I like its texture a bit more. It's a bit on the thicker side, and I feel like other products lay on top of this one much better in comparison to that one. This just replaced everything for me. So I'm going to go in with 2 pumps, and I'm applying it right in the center first because I do have an oily T-zone, and this is just going to really help to stick my makeup on in those areas, especially because in the summertime I really like to use creams. I feel like they're a lot easier to manage throughout the day. Powder products I feel like just split on me. They can be way more of a hassle in comparison to cream products. This is another product I like to kind of let set down. I've actually been using this a lot in my makeup steps. I thought I was never going to touch this thing again, but I do. I just like to fan my face, especially if I spray my skin with setting spray. It's just so nice to have a little mini fan. So I just wait until that gets pretty tacky and set. I think we're good. Now I'm going to move into foundation, and I'm actually going to be using a concealer as my foundation. I've been doing this so much this season. This is the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer, and I'm actually going to be using 2 shades, one as my foundation and one as my concealer. For my foundation shade, I'm using beige, and for my concealing shade, I'm using light. So I'm starting with the shade beige, and this is an amazing product to wear as a foundation, especially in the summertime, because it's so packed with coverage. You only need a little bit, which is what you want, especially if you want your makeup to last and feel breathable during the hot days. You want to have a lot of thin but impactful layers when it comes to these types of makeup looks, and this is so impactful. It covers up redness and imperfections really well since it has that potent coverage, but such a breathable formula. It just is so forgiving. I just love it. So I go in with the tiny amount first, then I blend that out, and I'm using my BK Beauty 101 brush, and then I'll build up the coverage in areas I feel like I want more. And it just adds a stunning amount of glow, but it doesn't feel like a dewy or glowy product. It has such a lightweight feel in the skin. You can barely feel that it's there, which is so important for me. I hate when I feel makeup on my skin. then I just feel like hot and uncomfortable and just sweaty. I don't like it at all. I gotta cover up these twins. I don't really want them. Just to visualize, I squirted half a pump of it on the back of my hand and I still have this much here. I only used the teeniest tiny amount and it still covered most of my face. And I'm just gonna take an even smaller amount of the other shade to put under my eyes. And I like to blend my concealers out with a damp beauty blender. I feel like it does the most gentle job. And I like the hydration that adds. And it's just really quick too, which is handy. I'm not going to set my under eyes quite yet. I'm just going to move right into bronzer, and I'm going to be using my Clinique Sun-Kissed Face Gelée. This is what I have swatched right here. And you can see here, it stains your skin. So it's so incredible for the summer months because it's really going to stick down there even if you get really sweaty and hot. So it does have an interesting texture. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks really dark and jelly-like. So what I like to do is mix it in with the residue of my foundation. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm gonna add a blob. That was a big, big blob. I think that was too big. Here we go. That's better. And I'm going to create my desired tone. So that seems about right to me. I just gave it a little swatch there. I'm going to blend it out using my MAC 143S brush. And you can do a very similar thing with most liquid bronzers or like the Jones Road gel bronzer. This one has kind of a more unique twist to it because it does stain your skin. And I love doing this. I love mixing a liquid bronzer into whatever I'm using as a foundation. I feel like it always just blends in so much better. It looks so seamless and it's the exact same texture as your base. So it just works so well, you know? It's one of my favorite things to do. I always exaggerate the areas I bronze when I have my hair up like this because I want more dimension and I want more attention brought to my face since that's what I'm trying to achieve with my hair up, you know? So I'm just gonna put some on my chin as well. I want this to look sun-kissed. And I'll just wipe away what I have on my hand right now. So you can see where I have that mixture, it's stained there too. So that's going to happen on your face. And I know I have a really nice glow going on right now, but since it's summertime, I want more. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter just on my high points. And I'm using the shade number 2. And I'm just going to use this in specific areas. Right here. Yeah, I think those 3. My nose and my cheekbones. And I'm going to blend that out with my sponge. And this is a really nice formula. Although it feels really creamy and gel-like, it does eventually set down. Now I'm going to use a little bit of powder, and I mean the tiniest amount just under my eyes to prevent some creasing. I'm just going to focus it in the areas where I have these deeper lines right under my eyes. Because I have these little under eye lines, creasing is inevitable. Product will always settle in there if I leave it unset. So I'm going to take it in the shade Pink mixed with a little bit of the white one from Jones Road, and I'm just going to press it right here. I try to avoid powder if I know I'm going to be outside on a hot day. It's so much easier to just quickly touch up a little area that's getting a little funky with creams instead of it being set with powder, because then it's just going to get all separated and it's going to be way harder of a job to just fix. Powder and heat don't mix. It just makes things way more complicated than it needs to be. So now for blush, of course, I can never give myself just one option. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on all of my favorite summer blushes. I do have a little rotation bin right here going on. I could totally do that with like cheek swatches and all that. Let me know below. But I think today I'm going to be using my Merit Flush Balm in the shade Fox. The way I'm going to place this blush is definitely a personal preference thing. I'm going to apply it like the wave technique like I used to do, as well as on my forehead and on my chin. You can of course use it wherever you like to apply blush. This is just what I like to do in the summer. This is the shade. It's a stunning kind of like burnt orangey red, and it's perfect for giving that kind of sun-kissed, sunburned glow without the damage. So here we go. I'm going to apply it right here. And then I'm also going to go across my nose. It looks freaking insane, but you gotta trust. The Merit blush formula is pretty sheer once it's blended out, as you can see here. And I'm going to apply it with the brush I used to apply my bronzer, just because I want those bronzy hues anywhere. So if there's any remnants of that bronzer on here, I'm happy with it. Once that blush is blended out, it's no big deal. It looks like a really cute natural flush. I want a little bump right here. There. Now I'm satisfied. That's more my style. So this is the point where I like to add a setting spray. I'm going to go through my favorites for longevity. My #1 favorite is the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Same with the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over. Unfortunately, I dropped this one a while ago and I can't use it. As you can see, it looks like the little cap here is giving me a little sass. Its neck's broken and it doesn't work anymore. Very sad. And my other favorite is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Awesome. I'm going to use this one today, and I like to use a lot. I do 2 layers to make sure I got every little nook and cranny of my face. And before I do my brows and prime my lids, I'm going to use a little bit of powder, and my favorite summer powder is the Kosas Cloud Set. It's been a staple of mine every summer for years now. I like to use the shade Feathery. And the reason why I like this one is because it doesn't do the separating thing, and once my skin starts to like either sweat or get more oily throughout the day, it doesn't get all weird and cakey. It just still looks good, and it's really easy to touch up. This is one of my favorite powders to blot throughout the day with. It always looks good. It just refreshes my skin, it reblurs it, resets it, and makes it last a lot longer. So I'm going to use it with my BK Beauty 104 brush. I just do a couple little swipes in here, and then I just press it into the areas I know I get oily throughout the day. So my T-zone. Okay, I just did my brows. I hope you enjoyed the intermission. I used my Ilia in Full Micro Tip brow pencil in the shade Auburn Brown, and the Rare Beauty, I forget what it's called, but it's the new brow gel that's really, really awesome. But now I'm going to prime my lids, and I wanted to do it on camera because this is one of my favorite products for a heat-proof, sweat-proof, long-lasting makeup. It's the Fenty Beauty Eye Primer. Now this is incredible, especially if you find that your eyelids crease throughout the day and wreck your eye makeup. This one creates the most waxy bare This one creates the best barrier between your lid and your eye look, so it lasts so well, especially if you have super oily eyelids, which I do. And you can feel that it's quite tacky, which is what I personally really like about it. But if it bugs you and you find that it's hard to blend, you can always set it with a little bit of your setting powder or an eyeshadow that's close to your skin tone. I like to do that right on my brow bone. I'll show you how I do that. Because I really like when this part of my lid is sticky, it really grabs onto shimmer shadows really well, but sometimes I want a really smooth base to work on for like a really smooth blended crease. And to achieve that, I just take a little bit of my setting powder and I just do my brow bone like this, dodging this whole area. Imagine doing like a cut crease, but with a sheer powder. Just leave all of that alone. And then you have a very smooth canvas to work on. Now for eyeshadow, you can kind of do whatever you want. The best step is definitely that eye primer and soon to be the mascara I'm going to go in with, but have fun, do whatever you want. But with that eye primer down, you're going to be solid. I'm going to do something kind of fun and shimmery and simple. I have some new things I want to use. I have this Syrah Beauty Star eyeshadow. It looks like the most stunning toppery kind of glittery shade. Look at that. I got a beautiful PR package from them this morning and I'm so excited about so many of their products. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on them, maybe like a new makeup video because I don't have everything for a full face, but yeah, that needs to be on my eyes today. Yeah, for sure. It's the shade Star. And I also got this palette from Sydney Grace. It's the Love's Journey. So it kind of reminds me of the Biba palette just because you get cool tones, neutrals, and warm tones. I'm just gonna use some of the neutrals in here to build my look. Sorry, I had to take a little phone call, but oh my God, these shadows are so nice to work with. I decided I'm going to do like a soft glam eye, okay? I wanted more of these colors on my eyes as I went on. So I'm going to start off with the shade Steadfast Love right here. And I'm going to put this in my crease. And then once I had that, I added a little bit of the shade in my heart right here, just to soften that a little bit more. And then I took a smaller brush. This is a Smith 233, and I took the shade Mad Love right here. And I put this on my outer corner, kind of leading down here, like this, just little tap taps. And then I brought it up into my crease a little bit. And then with that same brush, I took a little bit of the color Unforgettable. And that's where I'm at, but I wanna go further. I'm taking the first shade we went in with, and I'm going to blow this out further, I think. I think it deserves that. And I'm taking a clean brush, and I'm going to blend over the edge like this, just so that the look kind of blends into nothingness instead of it just like randomly stopping. It felt a little 2015 there for a second, if that makes any sense to you guys too. Now I want to build a little wing. I'm going to take some good eyeliner pens. I'm still feeling scarred from the Rare Beauty ones in my last video. If you know, you know. Oh my God. I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Limitless Brown 608. And these are awesome pencils because they feel very powdery, so they go over top of powder eyeshadows like nothing. And they blend out to be very pretty. You can smoke them out so easily. They just don't last the longest in the actual waterline, but if you want something smoky and kind of blurry, this is awesome. But while we're on the topic of long wearing makeup, I'll give you 3 recommendations in kind of different formulas. So my favorite long wearing liquid liner is the Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy. The black or brown are amazing. For a gel pencil, the Milk Makeup Infinity pencils are amazing. I've actually grown really fond of these pencils. They're really good. And if you want like a gel pot, the Melt Makeup Ultra Matte Gel Liners are the best. Okay, I think that looks really pretty as a base. I'm now going to go in with this shade. Again, it's the shade Star. Wow. I wish it kind of adhered more to my lid though. It kind of just didn't. I'm going to dampen a brush just to intensify that in the center of my lid. There we go. There's the impact I wanted. I was gonna do something on, I think I might sneeze soon, but it's like one of those ones that tease you a little bit. Okay, rude. As I was saying, I think I'm going to leave my lower lash line be free. I think it looks really pretty. So I'm just going to clean up my wing here with a little bit of my NYX concealer in this brush. This is a Glisten flat brush. It doesn't have a number anymore because I use it so much. Just to clean it up, make it look more sharp. It's one of my favorite steps. It's so satisfying. Right? Fun. Love that. I have a new favorite eyelash curler. Really exciting stuff. It's the Shiseido one. See? Look at that curl compared to flat. Actually, I'm totally a liar and I do feel like I need a little bit of balance under my eyes now. I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade In My Heart. This one, a very, very light color. And I'm just going to bring that down here. kind of following my natural little lines here, just to make my eyes look rounder. I felt like my under eyes were kind of lonely or something. Kind of contouring my under eye bags. Now for mascara, back to my favorite heat-proof, summer-proof, all of it proof makeup steps. The Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara. I use the volume curling one and it is the best mascara I have ever used for so many reasons. First of all, it keeps the intense curl I work so hard to put through my lashes, keeps it curled all day. It's waterproof, it's sweat-proof, it's smudge proof, it's crumble proof, but it's also kind of easy to take off at the end of the day. It dissolves right away with a cleansing oil. So it's just the best mascara, and the actual formula is really quick to apply and the brush is just amazing. Great for all different types of eye shapes, and it's really easy to just navigate throughout your lashes because it's so thin. I like to go over my lashes like this and kind of curl upwards to get them really nice and coated. I know many of you want to see a mascara tournament, but honestly, here's the winner. This is my favorite mascara. And I can use it on my top lashes and my bottom lashes because I know it's not going to smudge or flake or do anything. And I like how I can get different effects. Like I like to just coat my bottom lashes to make them look tinted. Like I don't want them to have a lot of volume. Aside from the ones on the outer corner, I like to add a second layer right here just to draw my eyes outwards to kind of follow the wing. And there we are. My eyes. Okay, I love this eye look. I love a soft glam look. Just added my little beauty marks quick with my Freck, and now let's move on to lips. So for lip liners, I kind of interchange between them. There are some that are more long wearing, like the Huda Beauty 2.0 lip contours. Those are great for longevity, but I'm more going to be focusing on the lip colors itself, and I've been using these nonstop this summer. First of all, they're so cute for the summer and they're so long wearing because they stain. My number one favorite, which you're probably tired of seeing me use, is the Lasting Water Tint from Romand in the shade 08 Rose Stream. I have a ton of videos using this. I also love the Juicy Lasting tints, but my favorite from my Asian beauty haul are my Amuse ones. These ones are hydrating and the tint is so even and it lasts so long. I think I'm going to use the shade, ooh, I don't know. It's a struggle every day. Here are all of the ones I pulled. So here's the Romand Rose Stream shade in the Lasting Water Tint. This one is also from Romand, but it's the Juicy Lasting tint in the shade 23 Nucademia. Really, really cute. Actually, that might be the option for today. And then these are the 4 Amuse ones. So this is the Dew Buksunga one. This is Rose Dew. This one right here is Pleasing, and the last one all the way over there is Breeze. This one or this one? I feel like the Juicy Lasting tint will suit the vibe better, right? Right. But you can see here, it's the one that stains right away and lasts the longest. I'm going to use my Huda pencil in the shade Honey Beige to line my lips first. And then going in with the Nucademia shade from Romand. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Cute. That's a good combo. I really like that lip combo. And here is my finished makeup. And those are all of my favorite tips and tricks and products to achieve a heat-proof summer makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'll make sure to link everything I used in today's video in the description down below, so feel free to check that out. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!